WXOW. This is La Crosse's own News 19 Daybreak.
An out-of-this-world event comes to the Deke Slayton Memorial Space and Bicycle Museum in Sparta on September 16th. Joining us this morning to discuss is Alyssa Young. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So tell us about this Sharing Space with Deke event.
Well, we have Fred Hayes, who was an astronaut on the Apollo 13 mission. He will be joining us on Zoom, live on Zoom, to talk about working with Deke Slayton, being hired by Deke Slayton. He worked very closely with Deke during the Space Shuttle approach and landing tests in the late 70s, around 77 through 79. And then we also have Logan Jaron, who is from Washington State. And he will be talking about the stories behind mission patches. And he'll definitely be talking about Deke Slayton's Apollo-Soyuz mission, Apollo 13, and then also the approach and landing test patches. There's a lot of interesting stories that go into making mission patches.
I bet. Well, it sounds like you know a lot of information about the aerospace industry. For those who have maybe never been to the Deke Slayton Museum, what's a little bit of background or maybe your favorite part of it?
Well, the Deke Slayton Museum is a space and bicycle museum. We talk about Deke Slayton because he was one of the Mercury 7, the first astronauts in America, and he grew up on a farm in Leon, went to school in Sparta, so we celebrate that at our museum. We also have bicycles, with the Sparta Elroy Bike Trail being the first in the Rails to Trails program. I really enjoy learning everything that I can right now about the space program. And it's incredible how much influence Deke Slayton had on our astronaut program and still has, really, with being there at the very, very beginning.
And it sounds like this event is a great way for people to maybe check out the museum for the first time. So what do they need to know so that they can get to the event? It sounds like you can do it in person or on Zoom.
Yes, we are offering the event either in person or on Zoom, so that as many people as possible can attend. Fred Hayes is 89, almost 90 years old, and so the fact that we are having him in Sparta is a pretty big deal. He's one of our space icons, and so we want as many people as possible to be able to participate and enjoy this.
Definitely. Sounds like a great time and just a lot to learn from, and I'm excited to hear about those stories that they'll be telling.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.